where she is right now. How is she? Does she even know? She knows. She knew then. I was 7 years old and she kissed me on the lips. So soft were her lips. So hot was her breath. Her mouth smelled like roses. I love her so much. And I still do. Even after she accepted her friend, my sword teacher, as her man, I continue to love her. I don't know what she found in him. He was taller than she, older than she, he had a beard, and he smelled like a pig. More than once, I saw him going after her in the barn, forcing her into the haystack, tearing her dress apart and forcing himself over her. I know she was suffering. But why was she coming back inside the house with that big smile upon her face? For me to think that she's happy. But after that unsuccessful attempt to kill him, I ran away from home and never came back. Probably I would have died on the streets if it weren't for Maria. Maria was a harlot, but she took me in her house. She taught me how to dress, how to recite poetry, how to sing, how to play piano, and how to make a woman happy. And probably to make sure that I've got everything right, she was the first one to test me. But something was missing. She acted like my mother, in some extent, but she wasn't my mother. She smelled more like... peaches. So one day I ran away in search for... To be honest, I just wanted to go away from her. To find pure love again. To feel free. Yes. That's how I met my good friend Ganarel. Actually, it all started with me being in a sword fight, and he jumped right in the middle of it. And boy, did we teach them a lesson. That day on, we became blood brothers, and we were living our life as we wanted. Like Robbie Hood. I remember how happy he was when I got married to the daughter of a nobleman in Seville. She was 16 and I was 20. She smelled like jasmine. She had lovely black hair, beautiful brown eyes, and an unimaginable appetite. Oh, and a very, very wealthy father, by the way. Everything was going great until one day I realized that I don't love her anymore. She was too much. So one night, I woke up Sganarelle and we ran away. Is there a woman out there who can keep the flame of love burning continuously? All the way to Paris, I had to listen to my companion talk about God's punishment for treating women like I do, for not believing in God, for dismissing the Holy Church, and for not having a heart. I don't understand, I told him. Why am I to be punished by God? Because I make women happy. Comparing how women are treated these days, I should be awarded honors. I don't force them to get married to me. I don't lock them in their rooms. And I don't force them to sleep with me. I don't force them to sleep with me. I don't. So God, wherever you are, would you punish your son for loving women too much? Because I sing to them when others shout at them. But everything came back to normal when we got to Paris, and we were having a hell of a time again, just the two of us. And one day in the market I saw her. Long, silky hair. Deep blue sea eyes. Touch of red in her cheeks and a bit of red on the beautiful soft lips. She was wearing a blue dress with a clear cut around her neck that revealed her beautiful breasts. She addressed me as monsieur and asked me something. What about? I don't remember, but I remember her breath smelled like roses. It didn't take me too much to find out who she was and where she was living. So that night, I sang her my best serenades and left a piece of blue cloth at her door. Next day she came back into the market and bought a piece of white cloth, but didn't take it with her, no. She just told me to leave it at her door tonight. So after 1 week of serenades and poetry under her balcony, I asked her father for her hand in marriage, and Sganarelle for her mistress's hand. I've never seen Sganarelle so happy. Clearly, he had no idea what he was getting himself into. Jeannette Bizou du Sable. That was her name. Her father was an aristocrat, a philosopher and a writer. Life with Jeannette was everything that I could have asked from God if I would have believed in him. But after her father got arrested and was sent to an asylum for being a revolutionary, for promoting violence, criminality, blasphemy, and sex in his writings, she got really sick. And she died. This morning I came back to Seville without Sganarelle to visit my mother. I was caught by the guards and brought in front of the Inquisition tribunal. Apparently, after we left for Paris, the father of my first wife gave the order, as if I was seen again, to be brought in front of justice. Now I'm sentenced to death. To die for mankind's sins. Being devoted. Casanova and Marquise de Sade were sent to a mental institute, but I am to be made an example. When I was a kid, I saw a man being devoted. It's not pleasant at all. The man is strapped to what resembles to be a wooden chair. His hands and his legs are secured with metal bands. Then a collar is attached to his neck like a chained dog. Then a crowbar is inserted into the collar, and the executioner starts twisting the bar clockwise more and more. With every twist, the collar squeezes the neck little by little until the victim suffocates, or his neck bones crack and dies. Those few moments are a torment. I wonder where she is right now. How is she? Does she even know? Does she? What she is? She really